With this unit, we move to the final portion of the class, and I'd like to structure that unit around the dramatic events of the French Revolution that began officially on July 14th, 1789 with the storming of the Bastille, a day that is still celebrated in France, and ended with the defeat of Napoleon in 1815. Even though at the end of the French Revolution, historians have sometimes asked legitimately whether anything changed, in many ways the French Revolution marks a profound shift in political understandings that most historians say mark the beginning of the modern world. In part, the French Revolution is so important to not just European but world history because of its symbolic significance. More than what actually happened in France, the French Revolution became an idea in the minds of oppressed people everywhere around the world, so that its symbols, its slogans, the documents of the French Revolution became a foundation for hundreds of other revolutions that have unfolded around the world since then. Much of the appeal of the French Revolution is rooted in the idea that the people exist as a collective or corporate reality, that there is such a thing as the will of the people. We use that term, we the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union. Perhaps you know that famous phrase, as if it is self-evident, as if it's clear what it means to declare yourself as the people. But that's a kind of invention of the French Revolution. And the Declaration of the Rights of the People was framed early in the French Revolution in contrast to the claims of the aristocracy or of the nobility with their privileges. There is also in the French Revolution a new concept of rights. That is, every human being has, according to the Enlightenment thinkers, inherent natural rights that endowed to them on the basis of their humanity, not because they were born into a particular family or a particular class. Again, that's a modern assumption that we often take for granted. So I have my rights, we say, and we think we know what that means. And yet the idea that you have rights as an individual protected by a public law is an invention of the modern world, and it is in the French Revolution that this becomes most brought most dramatically to the forefront. With that comes the idea of liberty that as preferred to tyranny. Liberty meaning that people have rights. Closely related in this modern understanding of politics introduced by the French Revolution is the authority of law, and especially public law, law that is posted. Everyone knows what the law is if you're able to read. It's not made up on the fly. Law comes about as a result of orderly processes that reflect the will of the people. This public law in contrast to privilegium or private law, which was the foundation of the feudalism. And finally, all of these are closely related. The authority of the nation over the monarchy. The idea of a nation is another invention of the French Revolution, that you can define a political entity as the fatherland in which all of its citizens are invested, as opposed to a monarchy in which a king rules over his subjects. The symbols of the French Revolution became world renowned, so that if you go to countries in Central and South America, almost all of them have red, white, and blue flags. All of them have a national anthem that often evokes the tone of the Marseillaise. So the French Revolution